Alright. Hi guys, I tried to do this 2 or 3 times already, but I kept getting interrupted and my webcam decided to be an arse. So let's hope this actually works this time and nobody interrupts me. Alright, so this video questionnaire, because you all want to know so much about me. Yeah, right, okay, probably going to get rambly, especially with the questions about my characters, because you know how many characters I have. Far too many. But yeah, okay. Let's get cracking, shall we? Part 1. Questions about your characters. Who do you play? Well, I had to write it down because I have a very bad memory, and yeah, so wrote them all down and who their playbys are and all that, because I am very forgetful. You'd probably wonder how I could forget my own characters, but I do. It's pretty sad. Okay, so in alphabetical order, because I went down the member directory, that's what it's called. And yes, making an ass of myself already. Adrian Godfrey, who is played by Victoria Justice. Cordelia Travers, who is Diana Agron. Dylan Samuels, Josh Hutchison. Now, I always say this surname wrong, but I'm just going to say it the way that Kel has told me I have to say it, because she's right about everything, apparently. Eliana Marchetti, did I say that right? Demi Lovato is her playby. Julia Bradley, who is played by Carrie Mulligan. Julian Donahue, who is Paul Wesley. Lawrence Clayson, who is Andrew Garfield. Nathaniel Abbott, I don't know how to probably butcher his surname, but I'm pretty sure it's Nico Tortorella. If I get that wrong, who cares? Nicholas Rush, who is Tom Felton. Ronald Harrison, who is Mike Vogel. Sunday Walters, who is Teresa Palmer. Taryn Lucas, who is Perry Edwards. Tobias Wilde, who is Luke Goulden. And last but not least, Vaughn Henderson, who is Sebastian Stan. Yes, so that's all of my characters. Hopefully that'll stay at that number. I don't know, I've got another one probably coming soon, but we'll see. Question number 2. Sorry about the spinny chair, I kind of get nervous. I don't know why. I know all you guys, but yeah. If you were to reassign your characters to a new member group or groups, which would you reassign them to? I honestly couldn't think of any, because I don't know, I put a lot of thought into what they would be to begin with, so I probably wouldn't change any of them because they all seem to fit really well. Question 3. How do you choose your characters' names? Are there any fun stories or facts behind any of them? Most of them, I don't know, I kind of got a whole group of names and then just picked which was my favourite. Fun stories. Not really. Apart from, there was one, who was it? I forget. See? Forgetful. Not really any fun stories, no. Quite boring, actually. Which of your characters are you most like? I don't know. I don't think any of them, really. I'm a little bit like Nick, how he's anxious about everything. I get really anxious all the time. though I don't plan a lot, obviously. Yeah, probably Nick. He's probably the one I'm closest to. Which of your characters are you least like? Probably Tobias, because he's all rich and stuff. And I'm obviously not. And he's pretty arrogant, which I'm not arrogant at all. Yeah, Tobias would be the one I am least like. Question number 6. You can join any family in Avalon. Which family do you join? Probably the Marchettis, because 1, I like Italian food, and they're Italian obviously, and 2, I like big families and all the love and all that, so yeah, the Marchettis. If I said that right. 7. If you had to choose a new face or faces for your character or characters, who would you choose? I wouldn't change any of them because I love them. Yep, you're not getting any of my faces. Question number 8. If your characters were let's start that again. If your character or characters were a Disney character, what character would they be? I could only decide on 3 because I'm really not good at this. The first one would be Adrian. She would probably be Rapunzel because she's all bubbly and kind of like her, and she's pretty naive like she is as well. Next would be Cordy. She would probably be Aurora. I don't know why, just because I like that name and I like her and that's her middle name. So, and the next one would be Nick, and he would be Piglet because he's full of anxieties and he's just all freaking out all the time, and yeah, he's worried about absolutely everything. So yeah, he'd be Piglet. And that's the end of that section. Part 2, questions about you. If you were a Disney character, what Disney character would you be? Probably Piglet, like Nick, because like I said, full of anxiety, nervous all the time. Number 10. If you had to move to a new country tomorrow and live there for the rest of your life, where would you choose? I would choose Germany because my best friend is there. And that's pretty much it. Yep, Germany. 11. What was the last book you read? Last book I read was The Maze Runner. If you haven't read it, you should read it. Next part of that question, the last movie that you watched. At the cinemas, it was Vampire Academy, which is, it's pretty corny, but I don't know, I read the book, so I wanted to see the movie. And at home was 17 again for like the millionth time because it's funny. And yeah, no real reason actually, but other than that. Question 12. You can go anywhere for your honeymoon, all expenses paid, for 3 full months, but you have to stay in the general area for the whole time. Where do you go? I honestly don't know. 3 months. 3 months? Am I reading that right? I lost where... Yeah, 3 months. I don't know. Probably somewhere... I was going to say somewhere with beaches, but there's beaches here, so... I don't know. I'm going to skip that one. Probably won't get married anyway. Anywho. Who are 3 musical artists / bands that you love but aren't very well known. There's probably only one that I really, really love that aren't that well known, which is Set It Off. They started on YouTube and they're from, I forget where they're from even. How bad is that? Anyway, they're not from here, so I've never seen them live, but I want to see them live. And that wasn't part of the question, but anyway. Question 14. Do you think you suit your zodiac sign? Well, I'm a Leo, and I don't know, I think the only part that suits me is the loyalty part. The rest of it, I don't know, not really. But, yeah. The loyalty, yes, but everything else, I'm not too sure. 15. You wake up one morning with a tattoo. What is it probably of? It is probably of the Deathly Hallows, because I really want that as a tattoo. And it'd be on my right wrist, because I've got it all figured out and I want it already, but just haven't got it yet, obviously. 16. What fandoms do you consider yourself a part of? The Harry Potter fandom, because I'm a nerd like that. Love me some Harry Potter. Well, not Harry Potter himself, but anyway. Yeah, probably I don't know, there'd be more than that, but yeah. Pausing.